Good morning. It is Sunday morning. The dog park is once again full of people with dogs off leash. They seem like good dogs, but I'm going to go ahead and judge their owners. Dogs are having fun playing, but I'm going to go ahead and judge their owners. They're bad people. You don't let your dog off a leash. You never know what's going to happen. And hey, it's a tank. That's a big boy. Getting your workout this morning, huh? Yeah. Come on. Come on. Uh-oh. Hi. Oh, this is going to be good. All right. No worries, no worries. Good times. And good times were had by all. I'm going to go this way. Gonna break that line of sight. Yes, I know. Now that actually was that was Pity's plane right there. It always sounds like a I know what you're going to say, but I've had pit bulls, and I've had pit bulls play, and I've had my pit bull play with other pit bulls, and it always sounds like a war's about to start. But neither one of them bit, neither one of them latched on. That was play. Although every time I bring this boy back from the play care, his jowls are all chewed up. He's got a little friend at the play care that's another pit bull, and she's mouthy. She's mouthy as hell. Y'all good? Shake it off? All right. And she likes to chew on his cheeks. You good? You good? I know you want to go play. That's fine. Anyway, so there's your excitement for the morning. Let's see, things to do. Number one, if I don't have anybody lined up for today at 4, so that's 4 p.m. Pacific. If you have someone, don't tell me, tell them. I'm not going to go hunt them down. If you want to get someone in there to talk to me, then you get him in there to talk to me. And I'll talk to him. You're the one who wants to hear him, and I'm fine with speaking to him. However, priority is as follows. Number one is Chicken Hawk. Chicken Hawk has the 4 p.m. slot if Chicken Hawk wants it. No matter when Chicken Hawk comes to the table, if he shows up at 4 p.m. Pacific time, he gets to talk to me. And anybody else who wants to talk to me gets to wait until Chicken Hawk's done. Because I'm a coward and I'm running from Chicken Hawk. Remember that. That's important. Number 2 priority is going to be Common Joe. If Common Joe wants to talk to me, 4 p.m. Pacific time, he gets, well, I'll make the call when I get there. He doesn't get priority, but I'll probably make time to talk to him for a minute. See if he can use his tricks on dealing with judges on me. Ought to be fun. Number 3 is going to be Maddie, because anytime, anywhere, she had finals, 2 weeks ago, and crickets since then. So, Maddie, you have option number 3 if you want it. I can't believe I'm such a huge-ass coward to not be willing to talk to all these people, and yet here I am, time and again, saying, hey, mic's open. I'll talk to you. You're a coward. Yes, I am. Now that we've established that I'm a coward, how about we go ahead and get these little debates out of the way? Wouldn't that be swell? Snitches. Snitches. There is... my mind boggles sometimes at the dynamic actions that certain minds will take to try to turn Earl snitching into somehow me being bad. Snitches snitch on things that they think are rule breakings. So kids will snitch on other kids when they think the other kid has broken the rules. Whether or not that kid has broken the rules remains to be determined. Snitches will snitch out other adults if they think that other adult has broken the rule. That person really likes their truck and their couch, but mostly their truck. And this person likes their pile of tree trimmings. So that's the way snitches work. And if you want to see what Earl snitched on me about, it is available on BitChute. I may link it. Somebody may link it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll remember to link it in this video. But if you go back, there's a channel update to my BitChute account, which links directly to that video. So you can find it there in all of its glory with what Earl was trying to snitch me out about. And so here's why Earl was wrong. Earl's smart enough, but he's not that smart. And so Earl put 2 and 2 together in his head, and he thought he came up with the right answer. He thought that just because these streamers had information on their streams, addresses and phone numbers, he thought that that is the sum total of what the prosecution was going to use to try to nail them to that particular crime. But there has to be the intent portion. There has to be the mens rea. If someone posts something on my channel and I'm not aware of it, obviously I haven't done anything wrong. If I haven't asked for it, if I haven't encouraged it, if the prosecution can't show any intent on my part, then they have no case, and they're not going to try to bring a case, because you have to be able to prove intent. That's part of almost any crime. You don't have to prove intent on speeding, and you don't have to prove intent on statutory rape, but beyond that, generally speaking, you got to prove intent. So there you go. Earl missed that point. So just because somebody posted Darla Peavy's phone number and address and date of birth doesn't mean that there's anything for law enforcement to go after me about, because I didn't do anything. Like, well, Bao didn't do anything either. Well, Bao actually pinned some of these comments. Bao was taking an active role in some of this stuff. I don't know if he pinned the chief's comment or the chief's address or the chief's daughter's address. I haven't seen that evidence. But apparently, the chief thought there was probable cause, and he probably talked to an attorney who, because I mean, he didn't jump on this right away. Again, this is speculation on my part, but I think it makes sense that before he called that press conference, I'll bet you a nickel, shiny brand new American nickel, that he talked to an attorney. He probably talked to the city attorney, but he may have talked to a district attorney or something like that. Ran it by him and figure out whether or not he could do it. Because, I don't know. That's just my speculation, but I have a strong feeling that that's what happened. So, but Earl missed that, and because Earl misses a lot of things, and that's why Earl snitched on me, and I don't have anything to worry about. So there you go. My dog's trespassing. Oh no, no, don't eat their grass. All right. What else do we have to talk about? Oh yeah, so yesterday, OG2 wanted to blow off steam. What that really means is he was drunk and he wanted to have people to talk to while he was drunk. And so he jumped on in my Discord and we had a discussion with a nice young man. I'm going to call him a young man, named Middle West Auditing, I think. Maybe not. Has a radio voice. Very good radio voice. I ran out of lotion listening to him. Anyway, so just so anybody is aware, that option is always open. If you want to jump in there and start yakking, you can do that. If you want to jump in there and get my attention and yak at me, I'm not going to say I'll always jump in, but if I'm available and if you're not a complete asshat, I'll probably jump in. And if you are a complete asshat, I may jump in anyway. If you want to be pedantic and try to play word games with me, I may be less prone to jumping in there. I don't have time for that kind of bullshit. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh yeah, so apparently I misunderstood the thrust of Poetic's question. He was under the impression that Teresa R. was assisting me. I didn't even think of that, but in a way she is. She is assisting me like I am assisting the auditing community, in that she made a point that brought a system to my attention. Puppy in the window. How much is that doggy in the window? If you recall, Teresa R. made a point about how it was so hard to get these engineering reports out of Leon Valley. And I wanted to test that theory. I wasn't going to say she was wrong. I wanted to know. So I asked Leon Valley, and bada boom, bada bing. It was like a day or two later. I mean, it was ridiculously fast. I had these engineering reports. So that got me thinking. I wonder what else kind of information that Leon Valley can provide, because I can ask. I looked it up, and I could ask for emails. I could ask for emails. And I'll bet you there's juicy information on some of these emails, especially if you have some retard in a soft head helmet prancing around like a pixie in his cargo shorts and his sandals, wearing a black powder 44 on his hip. I'll bet there's some juicy information on that. What do you think? Do you think that? Huh? I thought so. Sure enough, there was. So did she assist me in it? Absolutely. She gave me the idea. By asking the question that she asked me, she gave me the idea. Is she actively involved in it? No. She found out when everybody else did. Actually, I think people on my Discord server may have found out slightly sooner, because I uploaded the docs right before I uploaded the video. So there you go. One of the perks. You get like a 10-second advantage on the documents on the videos that I'm doing. Or maybe sooner, because I've already uploaded something on Chief in quotes. I'm glad he puts it in quotes too, because on Damon Jones. That dude, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but he's trying to intimidate me in the exact same fashion that Philippe Hemming tried to intimidate me. He's going to go through my closet, and he's going to find my skeletons. Hey, dumbass. I was just admitted to the bar. They crawled up so far up my ass that they could see the back of my teeth. But you're going to find something, huh? I'm already talking to your friends and enemies. Oh, well, all right. I totally believe you, fat sovereign citizen jackass from wherever you are. Coffee County, Georgia, is that it? Where you're a deputy constable in a constabulary that Coffee County's already voted to get rid of. I wonder why. Could it be the amazing service that you're providing, constable? Yeah, I have very little love for him. I don't know if I'm actually going to end up doing a video on him, because honest to God, he's about as irrelevant as anything. He's a snake oil salesman. That's patently obvious. Anybody who looks at him can be like, oh, well, he's doing literally, like, he bought the playbook on how to con people, and he's just running it by the numbers. He's not smart enough to come up with his own con. So he's trying the Sovereign Church of Jesus, where he's given himself a PhD because, well, he thinks you can, because he's stupid. The Sovereign Church of Jesus isn't a accredited university or college, and it certainly isn't accredited for a doctoral program. And he's just lying. He's just straight up lying. He did take he was a Texas Ranger back in the 80s. He had that on his resume, but he cleaned up his resume. He still has that he was the chief of police of the city of Midway. Midway has no idea who this guy is, so that's kind of odd. You'd think they'd remember a chief of police from his recent back is what did he claim, 2003, something like that. Anyway, the reason why he looks so bloated is because he's full of shit. but I don't know if he's worth a video because he doesn't get a whole lot of views, and people who are watching him are just sovereign citizens and sovereign citizen wannabes. So he's not really my bailiwick. My bailiwick is First Amendment auditors and people closely associated with that movement. Like Bao isn't, I don't think Bao's really a First Amendment auditor, but you know, he's somewhat closely associated to the movement because of his, all right, come on. Come on. Thank you for crushing all their plants. That's awesome. My dog has no manners. I'm a bad parent. Get out of there. I let him crush plants. I feel bad about that now. Hope the plants recover. Anyway, yeah, so Damon Jones is, I guess, tied in because he's trying to ride News Now Houston's coattails, and News Now Houston's trying to use Damon Jones for his chief status. But I think that I don't think that relationship is going to work out for very long because Damon Chief Jones, with all of his super fantastic investigative skills, thought that News Now Houston didn't do nothing wrong, and thought that all that was against Earl was that he was a 18-year-old who had sex with a 17-year-old, and he thought that that's what Earl got popped for. Because Damon Jones is not only fat, but he's lazy and incompetent. So, who'd have thunk it, right? Who would have looked at that man and come up with the idea that he was lazy and incompetent? Huh. Minds are blown right now like, oh my God, I can't believe this guy would be lazy and incompetent. He looks like such a go-getter. So anyway, I look forward to Damon Jones coming up with my background. I'm sure that he'll come up with the butt-fuck nothing that Hemming came up with, because there's nothing in my background. But whatever. Never been arrested. Obviously, if I've never been arrested, I've never been charged or convicted. I've had a couple speeding tickets, so someone who thought that I haven't was absolutely wrong. I think the last one, it was in around 2000-ish. Good times coming this way again. It's like 2000-ish, I think. Maybe 2001. I haven't had a ticket in a long time. Don't really care to get tickets. They're not fun. They're expensive. You haven't worn him out yet. He's got a gas tank on him.
He wants to play.
I know. I can tell. I've had pitties before. I can tell he was trying to play. Everybody wants to play. His daddy needs to put him on a diet because I don't think that dog is supposed to be that big. He almost looked like a bulldog mix, but up closer, his head wasn't right for a bulldog, so that's just a really fat pit. Anyway, I think that's about it. I've walked a big circle. Gonna turn around and head back to the casa. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.